have to celebrate it in the Weather Center with Justin. And if you look in the corner, there's Andy working hard.
Yep, in the forecast ready for the 90 minutes of news coming up soon.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Justin, for all of the wonderful work that you do. But, like, where did this come from?
Yeah, so this, I've got kind of a picture behind us. And the reason that I've got balloons on it, you're going to see why in a second. So February 5th seems like sort of a random day to just have this holiday, National Weatherpersons Day. This actually commemorates the birthday of John Jeffries. Now, he was a scientist born back in 1744, a long time ago, and he's recognized as kind of the first weather observer on the North American continent. And so he took weather observations when he was 40 years old from a balloon in 1784, and he was the first one to do that. And a lot of that is partially the reason that now we send weather balloons up to get a better measurement of the atmosphere. Also, a fun fact, the letter he dropped from up there is considered the first ever airmail back when he did that. And so that's kind of a little fun, interesting thing. So this is what is up there. So we send up weather balloons. The National Weather Service does. They do 2 launches a day most of the time, unless there's poor weather. This is a radio sonde that's attached to it. And it takes a bunch of weather information up in the atmosphere. Usually temperature, pressure, humidity are the key 3 there. And then they get plotted on this. This is a skew-T diagram. And in the weather community, this kind of just shows, and it looks, I know it looks jumbled with all the lines crossing.
It looks so pretty.
Yeah, this shows just a bunch of kind of different lines representing temperature, pressure, and humidity. And so you have your isobars measuring pressure, your isotherms for temperature. And where you have these 2 darker lines, this first one is the temperature as you go higher up in the atmosphere. This other one is the dew point. And so where you see this get really far away, that's where it's really dry. Where the lines come together, you have more humidity. And so you would typically see clouds in the areas in which it's much closer, or fog, or something of the like. And so that's the skew-T diagram. And well, it all goes together to kind of produce the forecast that we have and all that weather information. So if either of you would like to step on and try your hand at
okay,
this.
you can come on here with me. I don't want to be here by myself.
Want to do it. And so
I'm telling you, I have nightmares of like times that the meteorologists do not show up, and so I'm nervous to even be here. So everything that you just showed us was put on this map, correct?
Yes, that's right. So essentially, all the information gets the upper air pattern, and then we have to take that information and find fun, creative ways to show you what it's going to be like.
And then if I press the button,
if you press the middle button, there you go. You move it on to the next thing. And
all right.
So now you have, now you have a satellite radar. So that's you can see kind of where the clouds are, where
clouds
there's no
coming
clouds.
from this side.
Yes.
This side.
This way. They're like,
yeah. There you go.
So see,
we can go to it the same time.
Yeah. So there you go.
It's very hard.
Yeah, and then it advances. So now you're describing what's going on and where things are.
Yeah. When earlier today you were saying how rainy it is over in LA, which is over here.
I'm in the ocean.
Off that way. Yeah. So and it's fun. And real quick, I'll come back on because Andy just brought this around. This is a radio sonde. Right here. And so this is an instrument that would be going up with the balloon that we showed in one of those last images. And eventually that balloon pops and then the radio sonde comes back down. You find some of them, you don't find others. And so yeah, there's your fun little weather tidbit.
Well, thank you, because this is so confusing, and we're so happy that we have wonderful meteorologists and weather persons to help us through all of this, because we could not do this on our own. But coming up